Hello everyone and welcome. I am Dr. John from the Oak Lane Wellness Clinic. It's so good to have you here with me today. Can I ask you something? Do you ever find that some mornings your joints feel a little more talkative than they used to? Or maybe you walk into the kitchen and for a brief moment forget what you came in for. If so, you're not alone. These are simply signs that our bodies, after decades of hard work, appreciate a little extra care and the right kind of fuel. The good news is, feeling more vibrant and clear-headed doesn't have to involve complicated diets or strict rules. Sometimes, the most powerful changes come from the simplest, smartest swaps we make on our dinner plate. Today, we're going to talk about seafood. Not with a list of do's and don'ts that make you feel worried, but by looking at 4 common, everyday challenges we face with our health after 60. And for each one, I'll share a gentle solution from the sea. Think of this as a friendly chat, a few simple ideas you can try, one at a time. No pressure, just possibilities. Shall we begin? Let's start with our first everyday challenge. That familiar morning stiffness, or the achiness in our joints after a day in the garden. This is often related to inflammation. Now, a very popular fish you see everywhere is tilapia, especially the farm-raised kind. It's affordable and mild. Many of us reach for it thinking we're making a healthy choice. But here's the thing. Farm-raised tilapia has a type of fat profile that, for some of us, can be like adding damp wood to a fire. It doesn't necessarily start the fire, but it can make it smolder and create more smoke. In our bodies, that smoke is inflammation. It's not dangerous. It's just not helping us feel our best. It's such a common choice in our grocery stores. It's an easy mistake to make. We've all been there. But what if we could swap that damp wood for something that actually helps to calm the fire? That brings us to our gentle solution. Think of the omega-3s in wild salmon as a gentle, soothing rain. They don't just avoid causing irritation, they actively help to reduce it throughout your body. This can translate to joints that feel more lubricated, less creaky, more comfortable when you're getting up from your favorite chair. I know fresh wild salmon can be pricey. Here's a wonderful tip. Look in the freezer aisle. Frozen wild Alaskan salmon is just as nutritious, often more affordable, and you can use just what you need. A simple bake with a squeeze of lemon and a sprinkle of dill is absolutely delicious. It feels like a treat. But it's really medicine for your joints. Our second everyday challenge is one I hear about often. That feeling of brain fog. It's not a memory problem necessarily. It's more like a bit of static on the line, making it harder to focus, or find the right word when you're talking. Some larger, predatory fish have lived a long time. They've eaten many other fish. Over their lifespan, fish like king mackerel can accumulate higher levels of mercury. For our sensitive nervous systems, mercury acts like that static I mentioned. It can interfere with the clear signals our brain cells need to send and receive. Not in a scary way. Just enough to make things feel a little fuzzy. The smart swap here is to choose a fish that's lower on the food chain, one that doesn't have time to build up that static. And our gentle solution is the humble, hard-working sardine. These little fish are packed with brain-boosting nutrients, vitamin B12. Those wonderful omega-3s, they're like a tune-up for your brain, helping to clear the static and sharpen the connection. Now, I can see some of you wrinkling your noses. Many of us didn't grow up loving sardines. I get it. My suggestion? Start with the boneless, skinless variety, the ones packed in good olive oil. Try mashing 1 or 2 with a bit of avocado and lemon juice. Make it a creamy toast topper. You're getting all the brain benefits without the strong flavor you might remember from childhood. It's surprisingly tasty. And it's a powerful lunch for your mind. You could also try them in a simple pasta sauce, mixed with garlic, olive oil, and a few herbs. Many people tell me they're amazed at how mild and pleasant they taste this way. For our third challenge, let's talk about the foundation of our bodies, our bones. As we age, maintaining bone density is crucial for staying active and independent. Budget-friendly imported shrimp is a staple for many of us. I understand the appeal. However, farming practices can vary widely overseas. Sometimes, to keep shrimp healthy in crowded conditions, farmers may use antibiotics and other chemicals. When we eat these, our body has to work overtime to process and clear out these unfamiliar substances. This puts a subtle, long-term stress on our system. It's not dangerous, but it diverts resources that could be used for vital jobs, like building and maintaining strong bones. The gentle solution is to choose a seafood that not only avoids stressing our system, but actually provides the building blocks for it. These beautiful green-lipped mussels from New Zealand are a true gift from nature. They contain natural compounds that are incredibly similar to the components of our own joint fluid and cartilage. Eating them is like giving your body the exact, high-quality raw materials it needs. Your body can do its own repair work on your joints and supportive tissues. Plus, they're sustainably farmed in clean waters, so you can feel good about eating them. They might seem exotic at first, but they're very easy to prepare. You can often find them frozen in the seafood section. Just a few minutes in a pot with some garlic, white wine, and herbs. And you have an elegant and deeply nourishing meal. It's like having a fancy restaurant dinner at home. Our final challenge is about protecting our engine, our heart, and with that, managing risk wisely. A plate of raw oysters feels like a real luxury, especially for special occasions. But for our mature immune systems, they can represent a small but serious gamble. Oysters from warmer waters can sometimes carry a bacteria called Vibrio. This can be very challenging for our bodies to fight off. It's simply an unnecessary risk when there are so many wonderful, safe options. A fantastic and safe alternative is cooked octopus. It's incredibly rich in a nutrient called taurine. Studies have shown this is wonderful for heart health. It's also a great source of lean protein to maintain muscle mass, which is key for our energy and stability as we age. This brings me to a gentleman I know. Arthur. He's a 71-year-old retired woodworker. Arthur came to see me a while back, not because he was sick, but because he felt his spark was dimming. His knees ached when he got up in the morning. He felt foggy during his afternoon crossword puzzle, and he'd lost the energy for his beloved workshop. We chatted over coffee. He mentioned he often had tilapia for dinner. His wife Mary made it twice a week, and he enjoyed raw oysters on their wedding anniversary. It was their tradition. We talked about these simple swaps I'm sharing with you today. Nothing dramatic, just small changes. Mary started buying a frozen salmon fillet for their Friday dinners. Arthur was very skeptical about sardines, but Mary found a recipe for a pasta sauce with them that he admitted was pretty darn good. There was no overnight miracle. These things take time, but after a month or so, Arthur noticed he could get out of his chair with less of a groan. After a few months, he told me he was finishing the Sunday crossword puzzle again. His mind felt clearer, sharper. And about 6 months in, Mary sent me a photo. Arthur was in his workshop, a huge smile on his face, working on a small birdhouse for his granddaughter. He said, "I'm not building big cabinets anymore, Sarah, but I feel like myself again. I can putter around for hours without my joints complaining." Arthur's story is the perfect example. He swapped the inflammatory smolder of tilapia for the soothing rain of salmon. He traded the static from high-mercury fish for the brain-boosting sardines. He built his foundation with nutrient-rich foods instead of stressing his system. He simply made a series of small, gentle choices. So let's quickly recap our 4 smart swaps. For joint comfort, try swapping farm-raised tilapia for wild Alaskan salmon. For a clearer mind, try swapping king mackerel for Pacific sardines. To support your body's foundation, try swapping imported shrimp for New Zealand green-lipped mussels. And for heart health and energy, swap the gamble of raw oysters for the benefits of cooked octopus. You don't need to do all of this at once. That would be overwhelming. My invitation to you is to simply pick one. Just one swap that sounds interesting or achievable for you this week. Maybe it's trying that sardine and avocado toast, or perhaps treating yourself to a nice piece of baked salmon. I would genuinely love to hear from you. Which swap are you curious to try? Do you have a favorite healthy seafood recipe that makes you feel great? Please share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. This is how we learn and grow together as a community. Remember, taking care of your health after 60 isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's a journey of small, kind steps you take for yourself each day. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Be well, stay curious, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.